I had not good friends and I went astray. So I started living the criminal life in my youth, smoking and drinking till my 23. Then I stopped with everything, and then I started focusing on my religion. So in Holland was a lot of racism against Islam. I learned before that when a Caliphate comes, it's a must for a Muslim to go live in the Caliphate because they rule with the law of Allah. I thought that it will be a Caliphate like we read in the old books, in the old days, like it was, a justice Caliphate. I lived my life with my mother alone, and it was difficult to live her alone. But in the end, I made that choice and I went. In the beginning, I thought I'm going to observate, but when I came, I heard you're going to go straightly to the Maaskar. So they take your passport, your telephone, laptops, passport, they don't give it back. After 2 weeks of Shari, we've been sent to the Maaskar for weapon training. I never had the chance in Holland to even see the automatic weapon. It was exciting. I heard a lot of stories, a lot of people will get killed. So to be honest, I was getting afraid. Getting out, it was impossible. I didn't went to a Katiba, but I went to another training course. It was a sniper course. So you have more time to think and to avoid to send to the battlefield. They wanted to send me to Iraq. There was a kind of a safe house. The ones who come back from Iraq to Syria, they told me from where they're coming that a lot of people died, killed. So the next morning I stepped up and I took the car back to Iraq. Then started my problems because they called it desert. After a week, the police took me to prison. He gave me that I must do for punishment Maaskar Shari and Maaskar Askari again. Taking my stuff, I went off. So now I have no katiba, no nothing, but I am now in Al-Bab, walking around, sleeping in the mosque. This period I tried one time to escape Dawla. They put me 21 days in prison. I told him about my fear, that I cannot go to the battlefield. He said, come to me, to my katiba, and I will give you some nice job and they will leave you alone. He gave me a job to watch in the maqar for his staff. What I found in those years is that they preach what they don't do. You have even people walking in the street, punishing people for smoking cigarette. He smoked them in the night time. They're liars and they're corrupt. You will not believe that it's true. You will think it's a piece of the movie Saw or a horror movie. I want to get out, but I stayed in the end. They leave us behind to die under the bombing. When we want to get out, they wanted to kill us. I stayed a lot at home. I get sick, I get hepatitis. I came out. SDF took me up, hands up, make picture of me, take some names and things, checked me. I destroyed the beautiful years of my life. The most thing I feel sorry of is that I left my mother behind. I saw only bloodshed and hardness and things, and that is never how our religion is. The outside is very beautiful, covered Islam and things, but we have been decepted. But I don't blame no one, I blame myself. What I advise is what I advise myself, study. If someone claims that he is a Muslim, he should study the religion very good and not follow the so-called sheikh who speak with his emotions. When you just started with your religion and you start with takfir, this is where the most people making mistakes. Then you get a religion that only is based on killing and spilling blood. Just don't follow people blind. I can say with a clear heart, I didn't hurt no one. Not civilian, not the militants. But I feel sorry for the people that I hurt, like my mother. I left her alone, and my children, and my good friends. I made a big mistake and I feel sorry for it.